Hello friends, myself Assistant Professor Namrata Khilocha, Profile BBA College, Vapi. With respect to the subject Advanced Human Resource Management, TYBBA, 5th semester, in the last one session, we had discussed about unit number 1, that is Introduction to HRD. And in that, we had discussed that HRD is those learning experiences which are organized for specific time and designed to bring about the possibility of behavioral changes. Now in today's session, we will be going to discuss about features, that means characteristics of HRD, and scope of HRD. So let's start with the features of HRD. First one, HRD is a systematic and planned approach for the development of individuals in order to achieve organizational, group, as well as individual goals. HRD is a step-by-step, that means systematic and planned one approach. So it is based on future steps, which is called as planned approach for the development of not only single individual or individuals, but it is for the aim to achieve all the three level development. That is, it develop individual level goals, group level goals, as well as organizational level goals as a whole. Second one, HRD is a continuous process for the development of technical, managerial, behavioral, and conceptual skills and knowledge. To become any successful manager, these 4 skills are required. Here, HRD is a continuous or never-ending process for the development of these 4 skills into the individuals. So, yes, it is continuous process of developing technical, managerial, conceptual, and behavioral skills of the individuals working in the organization. Third, HRD develops the skills and knowledge not only at the individual level but also at the dyadic level, group level, and organizational level. Yes, it is somehow related with the first one feature. HRD is a development of skills and knowledge definitely at individual level, including that it is also at dyadic level. Dyadic matlab interpersonal level between two persons, mainly superior and subordinate. At the group level, that means at the team level, and at the organizational as a whole level. Fourth one, HRD is multidisciplinary. It draws input from engineering, technology, anthropology, management, commerce, economics, and medicine. So yes, HRD is a multidisciplinary which took help from many different disciplines like commerce, management, economics, engineering, management, technology, anthropology, etc. Fifth one, HRD is embodied with the techniques and processes. Here, HRD application, that is with the help of different methods. These methods are called as techniques. HRD techniques include HRP, performance appraisal, potential appraisal, training, MDP, career planning and succession planning, organizational development, counseling, social and religious program, employees involvement, participation in work, quality circles, work-life balance, etc. All these are methods or techniques of HRD. By that, it will try to develop behavioral change into the individuals. Next one, HRD is essential not only for the manufacturing and service industries but also for information technology industries. So now it is not limited towards manufacturing and service sector, but yes, HRD is also broaden itself or broaden its utility with the IT sector also. Now let's go further. The next one topic is scope of HRD. Here, HRD is widespread as we had earlier discussed. HRD deals with procurement, development, compensation, maintenance, and utilization of human resources. HRD deals with the development of human resources for efficient utilization of these resources in order to achieve individual, group, and organizational goals. So, here we are going to discuss the scope of HRD. First one, recruiting the employees within the dimension and responsibilities for developing human resources. The HRD word itself suggests that all the recruited employees will be developed here so that the behavioral changes can be invited. Second, selecting those employees having potentialities for development to meet the present and future organizational need. Now we know very well that organizational climate is dynamic. And with this dynamism, employees need to continuously develop their skills and knowledge. And this is one of the scope of HRD where the employees can improve their potential abilities and utilize it in present and future. Third one, analyzing, appraising, and developing performance of employees as individuals, member of the group, and organizational with a view to develop them by identifying the gaps in skills and knowledge. As we had discussed in the features of HRD, that one of the technique of HRD, that is performance and potential appraisal. By that, the employee's performance will be analyzed and how they are working at individual, group level, and their contribution to the organization will be analyzed so that to improve the gap of skills and knowledge by offering different management development programs to the employees. Fourth one, help the employee to learn from their superiors through performance consultation, performance counseling, and interviews. Here, at the dyadic level, HRD tries to improve interpersonal relationship between superior and subordinate, where superior is going to perform as a coach. He is going to give continuous consultation or counseling to the subordinate so that here individual can enjoy increased knowledge and skills with the continuous guidance from superior. Fifth one, train all the employees in acquiring new technical skills and knowledge. Here, as we had discussed earlier, organizational environment is dynamic. Due to the changing external environment, here training must be required. HRD offers this development and improve new technical skills and knowledge in the human resources. Next one, develop the employees in managerial and behavioral skills and knowledge. Here, with the help of HRD, Employees can not only improve knowledge and skills but also improve their managerial functional skill and behavioral improvement also take place here. Next one, planning for employees' career and introducing development programs. Here, HRD offers different career planning and succession planning, which will provide the promotional opportunities to the employees so that they can achieve self esteem and self actualization in the organization. Next one, changing the employees' behavior through organizational development. Organization development includes many tactics. Here, due to this organizational development intervention techniques, employees' behavioral can be improved and changed with the changing need of corporate. Next one, employees learning through group dynamics. Here, employees are not supposed to give individual work, but the work is given to the team. And that's why the opportunity is there for employees to learn from each other in the dynamic group environment. Next one, learning through social and religious interaction. The organization is a collection of people where different people are coming from different religions and culture, where they are going to work together, though their mentalities, religious and culture are different. So due to HRD interaction, they are having scope to learn each other's social and religious norms. Next one, learning through job rotation, job enrichment and empowerment. Here, HRD offers three major tools. First one, job rotation. It is also called as horizontal transfer. By transferring the individual from one department unit to another department or unit, it will offer improving the multi-skill and knowledge. Job enrichment, that is increasing the individual responsibilities so that they are ready to do the work of the superior level. So in case of any opportunity for the promotion will be there in future, he is ready in present only. Empowerment, that is giving extra power to the individual, which will improve the trust and positive thinking and also increase individual's confidence level. So here all these three tools can be applied with the help of HRD, as these are three of the techniques of HRD. Next one, learning through quality circles and schemes of workers' participation in the management. HRD can improve the behavior of individual by offering quality circles where the people are going to work together for reducing the errors and improving the quality of work life in the organization. Not only that, employees are given the participation right in the decision making authority. These decisions are related with the workers. In that case, they are having right to contribute their suggestion while taking the decision by superior authorities. So, these are also two of the techniques of HRD. So, here we can understand that HRD is widespread. Thank you, students.